Hey guys, it's Colin, and today I'm posting my 2010 Honda Fit. It's a base model converted sport. I bought it a year and a half ago with 98,000 miles, and now it has 116,000 miles. So I'll just walk around it, then I'll show you the engine, the inside, and then drive around so you can get a sense of what it's like. I'm a pretty busy person, and I know that you guys are too, so instead of coming to test drive the car, I want you guys to be able to see it virtually, and then if you decide that you want to buy it, come hit me up and we can schedule a meetup. So this is the front. The base model did not have the front bumper. The base model did have the same sport rear bumper, and the sport model had a rear spoiler and side skirts. The only thing that's missing is the side skirts. So here is the front, walking around. So it has 15-inch Konig, I think they're Helium rims. And back here you can see that there's little scuff marks from just driving or parking in the city and getting nicked. Another thing is that it has projector retrofit headlights. So I'm going to turn the lights on so you guys can see them. The badge right here is missing, but I do have it somewhere. I can reattach it, and that this bumper was repainted, so it's chipping in this area right there. The headlights are yellowing. You can use a headlight restoration kit. I bought one. It's on its way, and I'll get that fixed up, or I can give it to the next owner to fix up themselves. I forgot to mention that it has swift lowering springs, so there's about an inch or an inch and a half drop on both sides, and there is stock shocks. Opening up the hood. Just looking inside the engine bay, all of the fluids are between minimum and maximum. I actually upgraded this battery last December. It used to have that tiny one and it was dying, so I bought this from Costco. It also comes with the HPS short ramp intake. I took it off for smog purposes. I smogged it 2 weeks ago, and it's valid for 90 days. That comes with the car. You can put it on, and as you can see, this is very restricting. The HPS intake has one pipe and a filter, and it makes a whole lot difference in acceleration. This engine actually is a replacement engine installed by a Mastertech from Infinity. I had a supercharger on it, and the first time I test rode it with the stock tune, the engine was damaged on the freeway, so I had to put this one in. There was 55,000 miles when I bought it, and now there's probably approximately 65,000 on this new engine. Another thing I want to mention is that the motor mounts, as I had the engine out, they were window welded with 3M window weld. The car vibrates a little, which you can see when we do a test drive, but it makes the shifting a whole lot smoother, and acceleration, there's like no lag. The AC fan was also replaced. One of the pieces from the oil pan, when the engine was damaged, it broke one of the blades, so I replaced that as well. One thing I forgot to mention is that these rims are 10 pounds and they're really light, so they accelerate really quickly. This is a very light car. I think it's 2,500 pounds, and with these it makes it go a lot faster. I used to have a Yonaka catback exhaust, which will be included with the sale. I removed it for just commuting purposes. It was a little too loud for me, but if that's your thing, it's included with this car. When I had that on, it unrestricted the flow of the exhaust, and I was able to get the wheels to spin or lose traction. It was a very light car. Also wanted to mention that the lowering springs, so this car, because it's so upright, it's very susceptible to wind. So by lowering the car, it actually stiffened the suspension and made the car more stable on the freeway. Cornering, acceleration, stopping, it doesn't jerk or anything. Also forgot to mention, underneath there is a Progress rear sway bar that helps with handling as well. One thing I really love about this car is how spacious it is. So this is with the seat down. You can fit a dog in here, you can fit a lot of stuff. You can actually lay down flat and take a nap in here. The great thing about the Fit is not only is this rear space really big. You can also fold these seats up. What's also great is that these seats fold up, and then you can store, the other one does the same thing, but essentially you can install a really tall tree in here. So I'm just gonna set this back down, bring this back down, the other side as well, and there we go. Moving on to the inside. So there are Weathertech floor mats. These are about $200, and I really like them because working construction, you get your feet really dirty, and this collects all of the dirt, and it's pretty clean down there. There's also these sport pedals. They're the metal things on top. You can't see it, but this is a Mugen short shifter. The one that it came with is very plasticky and very sloppy, so this one makes it more precise. And then reverse. This is a Mugen shift boot as well. I used to have a 400-gram weighted shifter, which actually helps a lot. Since I want to keep that, I put the stock one back on, so this would come with the car. Just going through the interior, there's glove compartment here, glove compartment there. There's the stock radio. I had an aftermarket double din one. I took that off. The faceplate will come with the car. There are kicker speakers in the front. I'm going to turn on the car so you can see the instrument cluster. The speaker works. I'm going to turn it off. Okay, coming over here, we have the tachometer, we have the speedometer, we have the fuel gauge, and the odometer. There's 116,772 miles. That may change because I might drive it to move it around for street cleaning. I actually drive my other car more often. There, my last trip, average MPG is 33.4. In the city, I found that I'm getting 30 to 31, and on the freeway, I can get as much as 35 to 38, which is really good. I average around 32 to 34. And oil life, the oil was just changed about 3 weeks ago. Fans work. Adjust it from hot to cold. You can adjust where you want the fan to blow. There's AC. You have to trust me on this, but it is cold. Rear defroster, change the circulation from inside to outside. Turn that off. Coming over here, we have this window works. This window works. This window works. And this window works. Going on to the mirrors. You can adjust that. That works as well. And unlock, lock, unlock, lock. I'm going to put the camera on the outside so you can see that all of the lights do work. Here are the headlights, high beam, left signal, right signal, hazard. Moving to the back, this is with the headlights on. This is the brake light, left signal, right signal, hazard, and this should be reverse. The reverse light should be on. And going back. All right, for the fun part, we are going to drive around the neighborhood and then go around the lake. There's little vibration noise from the motor mounts, but it's not too bad. Going to first. Second. good condition. Actually, let's go on the freeway instead. Are buttery smooth. Idle is smooth as well. When I replaced the engine earlier this year, a lot of things were replaced as well. The clutch was replaced, all the coolants, the manual transmission fluid, spark plugs, oil change, and everything else. All of the fluids are brand new. And I haven't had any problems with the new engine for the past year. The valves were also adjusted on the engine as well. So the engine should last another at least 150,000 miles, depending how you drive it, I guess. So there's that vibration noise again. Drive like this, but for the purpose of this video, just so you get a sense of how the car responds or accelerates. So we're at 65 miles per hour right now. We're around 3,000 RPM, and I'm just gonna hold it here so you can hear the engine noise. A very fun car, very light car as well. Handles well, accelerates really quickly. If you wanted to track it, you definitely could. I would keep this car, but I bought a Prius. That one is for commuting, and then I also have a 2001 Subaru Impreza GC8, the 2.5 RS. So can't keep three cars, gotta sell one of them. So this one kind of falls in between the two. It's good. It's a good commuter. It's good for handling, but it's not that great of a commuter like the Prius, and it's not as aggressive as the Subaru, so this one has to go.